Welcome to another episode of Let's Wine About It, the only podcast where we toast over today bubbles and we have great conversations. My co host, Andrea Side. Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you. Cheers.
And we have a very special guest today, day two of Women Breaking the Mold, Lisa Charno. Did I pronounce it correctly?
You did indeed.
Okay, fantastic, Lisa. Lisa is the commercial manager for Nexeo Plastics. Welcome, Lisa, to Let's Wine About It.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, cheers, ladies.
Oh, absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're
Cheers.
drinking some bubbles today. It's very refreshing.
There we go.
Yeah. So, Lisa, tell us a little bit about yourself, your role, and Nexeo Plastics.
Oh.
We're not as familiarized, but
Right.
happy to get acquainted today.
Wonderful. Thanks for having me. So Nexeo Plastics is a global plastics distributor. So we have all kinds of materials that we then sell to our customers, work with our suppliers, and get to the customers. My role is specifically in healthcare. So I lead the healthcare team, develop our strategy, and then also have a team of corporate account managers that execute that strategy. So we spend our time working with the medical OEMs, just so exciting, like solving their problems, talking to them we're talking about devices and things that aren't going to be on the market for 2 or 3 years, but we're helping them choose the materials now. It's really exciting.
Wow, that's amazing. And healthcare, it's an industry that it's really undergoing major changes right now,
Absolutely.
facing some obstacles as well.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
and we don't realize on the day today how important plastics is when we have a surgery. Like probably what percentage of all the equipment and
Oh.
everything that is used to operate on us, it has a plastic component.
Well, and where would healthcare be without plastics? I mean, if you'd be talking glass to instead of IV bags, IV bottles like they used to use, where you lose material, it crashes, it's dangerous. The ability for plastics to be small. We work with some of our customers that are making devices for surgeons customized so that they can have a handle to insert the catheter or insert the even the robotic scissors and things like that. So the miniaturization that's possible with plastics and the sterility that's possible with plastics is just vital to the industry.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Even the implantables they do today, things that are in people's bodies, you know?
Yes, now that's maybe plastic, rarely plastic, definitely not our plastic.
Yeah.
But yes, the technology is constantly evolving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So, Lisa, you have a global role.
Yes.
And how big is your team?
My team is only 5, but then I build the strategy for the healthcare business globally. So I interact with our folks in EMEA and Asia Pacific, and it's a large market that I lead. So
Wow, powerful and mighty. And tell us about your career, right? Because you don't get to lead a global team if you don't have probably the brilliant career that you've had throughout the years.
So I've been, they've talked today, this week, about these women that have had very diverse careers kind of moving, and mine's been more steady. So I got an engineering degree decades ago and started right away in technical sales for plastics, and have just continued with that over the years, coming to Nexeo 14 years ago, loving the idea that we have so many different products that we can give to people, and it's just been a great fit and love it. But started as a very junior, young salesperson right out of college in a very male-dominated industry.
Yeah, indeed. And Andrea and I have been having the conversation with many of our guests over the past 2 days, where we say that we need more engineers, especially female engineers, and less YouTubers, right? Less influencers. And yeah, right. What advice do you have for the members of our audience who are younger, and who are thinking about their career paths?
We'll certainly go with your strengths, but engineering, I think, is such a fantastic foundation for so many different things, because not only is it you learn about a particular technology. Mine happens to be in chemicals and polymers, but it's also that mindset, that problem solving mindset. And that's something that I've used throughout my whole career, is just seeing a problem, thinking about it differently. How can I solve this? And I really think that all comes back to that engineering training that I had.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Problem solving, and it's a skill that it's so important nowadays, but it's so underrated sometimes, right? Yeah, yeah, especially in our field. So, Andre, you've been attending the conference
Yes.
for 8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
Yes. Yeah. It's an amazing 2 days, to be surrounded with women who are in the industry, who have all different stories and journeys and advice. I always leave with something, different that I've learned, which is great.
So, Lisa, I know it's your first edition.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
It's your first edition, and shout out to our partners from Plastics News.
Yes.
I think
And
it's
Nexeo is a sponsor.
Yeah,
Our
yes,
sponsor,
yes,
yes, we are, yeah.
yeah, which is wonderful. One of your colleagues is an honoree this year.
Yes, absolutely. Tara, very happy for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to represent Nexeo, and there's so many women working in leadership roles and account management roles. There's a bunch of us here. It's really great.
Yeah.
How big is the team globally?
700, about 700 employees.
700 employees.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fantastic, and you get to experience many cultures, many so much diversity across.
Absolutely. I was just in Germany for the world's largest plastics and rubber show, K. Really, really enjoyed that global perspective of that show. I said it's on my plastic nerd bucket list. So I am a plastics nerd from way back, and will continue to be that. And to be able to go to K, it was wonderful, and it was everything I expected. Got to interact with suppliers that I don't normally get to see in person. It was amazing.
Wow, that. Yeah,
It is a huge show. There's like 18 halls,
Yes.
so you get your steps in when you go to the K
Oh
show.
my goodness. Yes.
Yeah. So, Lisa, women breaking the mold. Tell us about an experience throughout your career where you have broken the mold and done things differently.
Absolutely. Well, certainly starting. So I have been in my career for a long time. So decades ago, being a engineer was rare, and selling for a plastics company was very rare. So I would go into these customers, molders mostly, and I'd just be so different from anybody else that was going to visit these accounts. In some cases, some people looked at it as a good difference. I was recounting a story where there were a bunch of us all signed the book. We were in the waiting room waiting to see this purchasing person. And one of the guys says to another guy, goes, "Oh, I hope I'm before her."
No, really?
Because I was different. These guys, the guys that see people every day, just one dude after another dude after another dude. I was something different in the fact that I was, well, first I was young and I was a female. Some people saw that as an advantage. It certainly was a disadvantage, more cases than advantage. I think a lot of times there was a lot of skepticism, especially, again, I was young. I was 23 years old. And a lot of skepticism, like, what's this little girl going to do for me? And I just tried to be very authentic to myself and worked with that problem-solving skill that I have. And so I gained their trust through, I solved this problem. I solved that. Hey, she knows what she's doing, this kind of thing. So I think I really broke the mold and broke the stereotype of a little 23-year-old blonde girl.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Well, certainly
It's
you're
remarkable.
paving the way for the youngest generation. Right?
I love seeing how many young women are in, plastic sales now. We have several with us today. And it's becoming easier. It wasn't so easy all those decades ago.
Yeah, that's fantastic. But I know that you're a big wine lover.
Yes.
So what's your favorite wine? What do you like to drink?
I am. Well, this is lovely for our time right now, but I'm really a red person. I like a big, bold red. The bigger, the bolder, the drier, the better. So I do like the Cabernets and Zinfandels from California, but we recently went to Italy the last year, and I got to experience some Chianti, and a newfound love for Chianti.
Yeah.
Well, Andrea here, it's Italian background.
Yes, and I just learned a lot about Chianti just sitting here earlier. So yeah, I like myself some Italian wines as well.
Yeah.
So
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And you're wearing wine colors.
I got my wine colors on. Yes. Well, that's so in case I spill.
yeah, that's right.
You
That's
can't
right.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well
that's
planned.
right.
Well planned.
That's fantastic. So, Lisa, what's in store for you and for your company in 2026?
We are just so optimistic about 2026. For Nexeo, 2026 has already started, so our fiscal year starts October 1st. So we're full on 2026 right now. Certainly, especially in healthcare, there was almost, we call it kind of a COVID hangover, where there was so much production of medical devices during the COVID times, and then it dropped off so dramatically. A lot of our customers had to kind of reboot and rethink things. That's past us now, and there's really a lot of development going on, expansion. Nexeo is so well positioned with our suppliers that we have. I think it's going to be a great year for us, and we're really focusing. Nexeo's added to our sales team, and our corporate account folks, they interact with all of the sellers all across the United States, Canada, Mexico, and even globally. So we need to know these people. They need to know us. We all work together. Excited to meet all these new people that we have hired, and looking to build our network within the corporate accounts team.
Wow, that's fantastic. That it looks like a year for growth.
A year for growth? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's fantastic. For our audience, Lisa, where can they find you to connect with you to follow up?
I am on LinkedIn as Lisa Charno, and Nexeo Plastics is very visible within the plastics industry. One of the big places I'll be is at the MD&M West in Anaheim. So
we'll be there.
We'll be there.
You'll be
Yes.
there. Wonderful.
Yep.
That's a fantastic show. It's such a great opportunity for we have suppliers, the OEMs, the molders, us, just a networking amazing event.
Yeah.
So we'll be there. So that's another place that people can link up with me and Nexeo Plastics.
Oh, that's fantastic. So we gotta do another podcast in California, February, the beginning of February. But we're gonna do it over Chianti. So.
There you go.
I'll be there. Can I be a repeat visitor?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Andrea, any closing thoughts?
I just want to thank you so much for your time this morning. I think it's extremely important, your sponsorship of this program for Plastics News. I think it helps elevate all of us in the industry.
Because it's a wonderful conference, and I appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah.
No, thank you. And any closing thoughts that you have for our audience, especially female executives out there?
Just to think about the confidence you have in yourself, the confidence you would give in a pep talk to your daughter or your niece, and use that to authentically talk with other people, and just know your own strengths and go from there.
Yeah, I love it.
That's
Building
beautiful.
from strength.
There you go.
Well, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Salute.
Salute.
Let's wine about it.